Xavier. Hello again, it's Patrick, and I'm going to talk about the exercise, the tube row or tube rowing. And what I mean by a tube is, I think you have these at your gym, these elastic latex looking tubes that have handles and they're stretchy. And it's going to be important for your athletes to use a thin tube. And here, let me show you what I'm talking about. One second. So there's lots of different options for tubes, and a better option for you is not this real thick one. It's really hard to pull apart. But for strength endurance, a better option for you is going to be something like this. And this is going to feel really easy if I do it by itself. So what I'm going to encourage your athletes to do is to take two, maybe even three, and put the thin tubes together. There's some reasoning behind that, but I won't go into the details now. But you're going to get the exercise is going to be much more effective if you use the thinner tubes put together as opposed to one big thick tube. So I'm going to set the exercise up for you and let me show you how it's going to work. This is tube rowing, and it's going to look like this. I'm going to be standing. I won't be on my knees, but I'm pulling back like this. Now as I'm doing that, what I'm focusing on aren't so much my arms or my hands pulling the tube, but I'm really thinking about these guys back here. These guys are kicking in. These muscles, you've ever seen bodybuilders and they go, whoa, like that? That's the big wing that pops out. I'm trying to get these guys to tighten up because they attach on my arms here, and that's what's driving me back. So I'm focusing on this and my upper arm driving back. So let me set up the tube row. So I have my two tubes here. I'm going to put them on a stable surface, possibly a partner. I'm going to have a little bit of a foundation, and I'm going to try to keep my body from rocking this way and that way, and I'm going to drive back on a 10 count. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, if you notice, when I'm pulling back, I'm not pulling my elbows like this or like this. I'm not leaning forward. My body and torso are solid. I'm not twisting. My elbows are driving straight back, and my forearms, for the most part, are going to be parallel to the floor. Again, what I mean by that is my forearm is going to be parallel to the floor. So I want to make sure that my arm's not coming up or coming down. That's going to put the most emphasis on this guy here as I squeeze back. Now, one last thing I want you to look at. This is important, but if your athletes don't get this right away, it's okay. Is when I do this, there should actually be two distinct motions, and the motion should be here with my shoulder blades. I'm going to drive back, and notice how my shoulder blades are driving back, but they're not going up. So I'm going to drive my shoulder blades back, and then I'm going into the motion. Now for the duration of the exercise, I'm going to repeat that over and over again. Again, it goes forward, and these guys go back. And what that looks like, if you're going to watch someone from the back, it looks like this. So those shoulder blades, these are the shoulder blades, they're pulling together as I do that. So two distinct motions, shoulder blades first, back, then drive into the row for that 10-10 tempo. So again, X, let me know if you have questions, all right? Thanks, man.